Imagine waking up one morning, looking down at your hands, and realizing you are back in your 15-year-old body, but you still have all your adult memories and life experience. This is exactly the situation for Fang Yuan. He opens his eyes in a quiet bamboo house on a rugged mountain, fully aware that he has been sent back in time. He might look like an ordinary teenager, but inside that youth's body is a hardened survivor. Fang Yuan possesses the mind and tactical patience of someone with 5 centuries of brutal life experience. Today marks the awakening ceremony, the single day that defines a person's entire future within the clan. The awakening ceremony is a magical placement test, an extreme high fantasy version of the SATs that permanently dictates a person's social class for the rest of their life. A normal teenager would be paralyzed by the stress of a test like this. But Fang Yuan approaches the morning with the chilling calm of a man who has lived through this before and knows exactly where the traps are hidden. The test takes place deep inside a massive underground cave. The teenagers of the clan gather in front of a crystal-clear, glowing blue underground river, lined with luminescent blue-pink flowers. The physical challenge seems simple enough at first. The students must walk straight across the shallow water to the opposite bank. But the moment they step into the water, they hit an invisible, crushing magical pressure that physically pushes them backward. The logic is straightforward. The further a student walks against the invisible current, the higher their magical aptitude. As distance increases, they cross thresholds corresponding to distinct letter grades: D, C, B, and A. Scoring an A or B comes with massive rewards. These students are immediately treated as superstars. They receive huge amounts of resources and careful tutoring because they are the ones destined to grow up and rule the clan. The flip side is brutal. If you score a D, or if you can't even fight the pressure long enough to take a few steps, you fail. You have no magical aptitude, and you are condemned to live as a mortal servant at the absolute bottom of the social ladder. In this society, your entire worth and future are locked in by a single walk across a shallow river. It is a pure genetic lottery. Here is where Fang Yuan's situation gets complicated. He already knows he is only going to score a mediocre C grade because he remembers doing it in his past life. His genetics are weak. On top of that, his own family is actively working against him. His uncle and aunt have planted spies in his daily life to monitor and control his every move. Take his personal maid, Shen Kui. Shen Kui is a young servant in the household who constantly acts sweet and tries to physically seduce him. But her affection is entirely a trap designed to divide Fang Yuan and his jealous younger brother. And the corruption goes way beyond his bedroom. The awakening ceremony itself, the test that supposedly judges everyone entirely on merit, is actively being rigged by the powerful clan elders. One of the top leaders, Elder Gu Zhen Ren, has a grandson with terrible aptitude. Gu Zhen Ren is an elder who leads one of the 2 major political factions in the clan. To maintain his faction's power, he secretly covers for his grandson's weakness, forging a fake B grade during the test. Because Fang Yuan has lived through this exact day before, he can clearly see the strings attached to everyone. He knows this supposedly fair meritocracy is an illusion. Fang Yuan is navigating a political minefield where the rules are designed to protect those already in power. A typical 15-year-old would panic. They might throw a tantrum or loudly point out the cheating to demand justice. But Fang Yuan chooses complete, calculated silence. If he exposed the cheating elders right now, he would make powerful enemies while he is still weak. If he fired his spy maid, his aunt and uncle would just send someone else. Instead, he relies on his strategic advantage. By already knowing everyone's secrets and their future moves, he can step back, let them play their petty games, and quietly manipulate those blind spots to his own benefit. His 500 years of experience allow him to turn his mediocre C-grade destiny into an asset. Everyone will underestimate him, giving him the perfect cover to operate completely under the radar. It's a harsh reality for a fantasy world. The entire society bases a human's value on their innate, unearned genetic talent. In a rigged system, 500 years of lived experience and a ruthlessly strategic mind are the only advantages that actually matter.